We're joined now by Victor Bruno, geopolitical analyst, who's joining us from Brazil. Victor, thank you very much indeed for joining us on PrimeTime tonight. What's the latest then on the ground as you understand it? Is this ceasefire actually being observed?
Well, thanks for having me, Guy. It's a pleasure. Yeah, this situation is very, very difficult to discern because uh, this war, in short, it has no end that is desirable for either
Mm.
of the countries. Russia joined in, attacked Ukraine, thinking that this would be a very quick operation. And war is a darn beast because it quickly derails as it derailed. So there are 4 years into the war, and there is no end in sight. Um, and for the Ukrainians, the death toll is just very, very high. Approximately 500,000 people are now
Mm.
dead, and you have problems of conscription, forced conscription, and so this war, in short, it's very talking about peace in this war is just very difficult. So,
Mm.
in my opinion, we should not hold our breaths and hope that this ceasefire will actually be observed. The variables are infinite in this war.
Yes, indeed, Victor. And it's also, I mean, it's a very short period of time that we're talking about. I mean, nevertheless, how is each side framing this? Is there a sense in which both Russia and Ukraine are at least from a sort of political point of view, looking like they're going to commit to this ceasefire?
No, because I think it doesn't fit. It doesn't suit very well either of the sides.
Mm.
This war has involved an inordinate amount of backstabbing from both parties. To give you an example, the Druzhba pipeline is continuously victim of attacks from the Ukrainian side, and the war, as I said, has cost Russia, from the Russian point of view, a lot. So the more Moscow can bleed Kiev dry, the better for them. So, and there's another thing that actually suits to talk both about the war in Ukraine as well as Iran. Uh, Ceasefires are things that take time,
Mm.
and from the literature on ceasefire, you need at least 2 weeks to see if something will hold, if a ceasefire will hold. And we are talking about a very short period of time. It's barely time to rinse and repeat, by which I mean design new strategies, try to negotiate a settlement, especially a settlement that is as contentious as the settlement to hypothetically end this war. So I don't think that until Easter, the other Orthodox Easter, we'll see actually any any ceasefire, any diminishment in hostilities.
Victor, some analysts have been talking today about the power in Russian society of the Orthodox Christian leadership. I mean, what do you think is driving Putin here? Is he making overtures to that community? Is it just an excuse that he's looking? What's in his mind, do you think?
Well, I think Putin is a very clever leader, and he never underestimated. And I think he made actually very good use, by good I mean political use, of the Christian base in Russia. And in fact, if you think about his path to power from the late 90s to now, it walks hand in hand with religion, with Christianity. You have to remember that when he took power, he took over, Russia was in a virtual state of civil war. From a moral point of view, it had just walked out of from 80 years of communism. For instance, abortion, which I know is a very contentious theme, but just to
Mhm.
drum about morality
Yeah.
and religion, uh, was an all-time high. Now, abortion, I believe the correct number is about 500,000 per year, which is approximately the same number of abortions per year in the United States, and the Orthodox Church, it had a lot of say, a lot of importance in this process of in Russia to order. So yes, I think he's waving the olive branch, and he's trying to play the role of the good Christian leader, of the good civilizational leader, because as he always insists when he talks about this war, it has a lot it has a lot to do with Russian and Christian Russian history. He's thinking about the Kiev Rus, as he made clear time and time again. So
Mm.
yes, I think he's trying to play the good Christian civilizational leader role in trying to wave this olive branch,
Yeah.
and using Orthodox Easter as a means to try to um, uh, uh, mitigate some of the pain that this conflict is causing.